He unlocked the shackles that had bound him for years, just to save the woman in front of him. With one roar, he transformed into a werewolf. He was the most powerful form of the second-generation werewolf ancestor, and everyone froze in fear. Even the primitive werewolves that had been attacking the convoy were so scared they stopped their assault. They felt the pressure deep in their bloodline, the aura that only a king possessed. Under this king's overwhelming presence, the pack sensed his rage, and they all retreated deep into the forest. Even the man found it unexpected, but the moment the pack left, several silver arrows suddenly shot toward the man. The man collapsed to the ground, as the vampire legion had arrived. The woman's father had just witnessed the whole scene, but not only did he not feel grateful to the man for saving his daughter, instead, seeing his daughter protecting the man made him even more furious. Even though the man had indeed saved the woman, as a slave, he had openly violated two rules. The first was leaving the city without permission, and the second was removing his restraints on his own. This was an unforgivable crime. Even if it was done to save someone, the woman begged her father to forgive the man, but her father was absolutely furious. Back at the castle, the man was chained directly to a punishment post with heavy iron chains. All around him were fellow werewolf slaves, and the man was tied up, just to intimidate these captive slaves in the city. He directly used the man's violation of slave regulations, specifically removing the restraining collar on his own as grounds, to order his men to carry out a whipping punishment. The subordinate, who had been given a hard time by the man before, was now gloating and pulled out the whip in his hand. When the subordinate viciously raised the whip and lashed it across the man's body, the man was immediately in excruciating pain. He clenched his teeth tightly, trying to use his iron will to endure this inhuman torture. But the subordinate's whipping didn't stop, and his back was soon a bloody mess. The woman in the tower listened to her lover's heart-wrenching screams, and her heart ached as if it were being cut by knives. The werewolf slaves who had been protected by the man couldn't take it anymore, and tried to resist, but were quickly and brutally suppressed by the guards nearby. Under this merciless whipping, the man's screams echoed through the dungeon.